Hello everyone, welcome to the end of Thrill Ride benefits. Pat yourself on the back, you made it through the war zone. That is Thrill Ride, and let's welcome the chaotic era that is the Maverick era. I have a lot to say about that in this video, but I am completing my Thrill Ride benefits and somewhat completing Thrill Ride album PCs. So let's get straight through it, and I do want to organize my benefits. Let's put away the album PCs first. I do have my window propped open because it feels absolutely amazing this morning. Shout out to fall weather. It's like the perfect crispy 60 degrees outside. So to get the serotonin boosting, I have the window open, but if there's too many sounds or my neighbors decide to mow their lawn all of a sudden, then I'm gonna have to close it. But just be aware that if the lighting is like really extreme or if there's extra sounds outside, that is why. So this was the last Juyeon splash PC that I needed. So that is complete. And then this one, I have still not learned whether it is the bang or kick version. Actually, I have the template right here. What the hell am I doing? Okay, here's the template. Today's template is by I don't know how to pronounce their username, but it's right there, and I hope that's focusing. Yes, is it focusing? All right. So let's go ahead and use that, I guess. So this is the kick version here. So this one goes here. Boom. Ooh, oh my goodness. That actually looks really good. Like, I'm excited to see that. Nice. Okay, so here on this page, oh, I have a dupe of this one because I think I bought it as a set because they wouldn't sell this one by itself, I think. Okay, so here is Juyeon. Oh, right. So I have the one where he's like behind the bushes on the way. I do have that one. And then I finished Jaehyun's. I have his template. What is this? His kick. So I finished that one. And for sparkling cards, I do have the other sparkling cards that I'm missing on the way as well. I had to purchase them, I believe. And then here's Juyeon's ticket. I do have Jaehyun's ticket. It is in my purse, actually. I forgot to tell the person that I traded this with, really didn't mind if it didn't come with like the border, and shipping would have probably been cheaper. And that's totally my bad that I completely forgot. Okay, great. In comparison to the Boyz era, I actually finished this kind of slow because usually I would just buy everything because I was impatient and not willing to wait. I traded most of my thrilling pulls. I do have a couple of things left. I think the tickets I never traded, and I never traded like one postcard for the most part. Most of my pulls I traded off, and that heavily has to do with pre-order benefits. So let's move on to pre-order benefits and let's just digress. Let's just talk about it, guys. Benefits have pros and cons. Pros, some of them are cute. Another pro that's really not in your face is that because so many people are ordering albums, there's going to be a lot of album PCs, and it makes it easier to trade. So that is a pro that's kind of like not given that much attention, but yes, it is a pro that we have so many albums and a lot of people are willing and ready to trade. A con, which I have mentioned before, is that for Thrill Ride, they did like this stupid crazy mess that it was like one random PC for every album purchase. And usually it was if you order 11 albums, you would get the entire set. That was definitely a con for Thrill Ride era because it made the benefits so much more expensive. And add on that there were so many. How many benefits were there actually? Towards the end, there were 16 benefits. I counted the lucky draw as like one benefit set. And if you joined a go, the average price of a PC on a go was like $13 to $12. not including the $5 EMS, not including like the $2 domestic fee. Essentially everyone paid close to $20 for a benefit. And it was kind of ridiculous, because I thoroughly remember for Chase Steeler era benefits being like $7 to $8, and that's not me like ragging on Go managers. That's literally me saying the increase of price of albums is crazy and there are way too many benefits. That's just me really much just like hating it. Now I did have like a third eye awakening as I completed Thrill Ride and we entered Maverick, because as soon as Maverick was announced, the album hadn't even come out and companies were already like, here's a video fan call, here's a video fan call, and like 5 were announced like even before the album came out. That really upset the Boyz stans, and it upset me too. I felt overwhelmed, I felt frustrated. And then as I was finishing Thrill Ride and actually like evaluating the quality of benefits, like I think I made a decision to wait for all the benefit previews to be posted, like all the benefits to be seen by everyone, because if the price of the benefit is increasing and the quality of the PC is not something that excites me, and I will get to that in a second. This is a great example of what I'm talking about. To me, it's not worth buying all of the benefits if they're not cute. Let's just put that plainly. And I made that decision towards the end of Thrill Ride, when you could probably see that here on the template, where you could tell it's so evident here with Juyeon's benefits, where they're just taking the picture on the video call couch, and to you, you're probably like, well, that's what the benefit is, you know, a selfie of them during like the fan call. And I'm like, okay, that's a valid, I guess, argument that you can make. But if you release high quality benefits, very cute with a cute background and a cute outfit, those have more value to me than like these that are just very plain, and I'm not excited to collect those. So I know that was a really big ramble, but I just wanted to say that for Maverick, I will probably not be collecting every single benefit, because I don't think it's worth the stress and worth the money I'm going to spend on so many photocards, because I don't even know what the count for Maverick is already, and I'm okay with not having all the PCs. Does that make sense? One thing I did wanted to do was use the backs of the pocket sleeves. I know it's uncommon for collectors to use the backs of the pocket sleeves, but the backs for the Thrill Ride era, not that interesting, to be honest. I think it's gonna be okay. I want to see how it looks, and if I like how it looks, then I'll probably do it for some of my album PCs as well, kind of like the Steeler. The Boyz tend to not have interesting backs, to be honest, TBH, so I might do that with my entire collection. But I want to see how I feel about doing it before I end up doing it for the entire binder. Let's go ahead and get organized. For benefits, I like to do it by company. That's what I did for the Chase Steeler era. And I might, towards the end, organize all the POBs not by era, but by company. I don't know. That's an idea that I've been playing with. I'll never know how I feel about a certain setup if I don't try it. And it's not like anything is set in stone anyway. So the company they had multiple benefits for this era was Make Star, I believe, had 2. So here's Make Star. Let me take out these. I was able to find Lifeguard Juyeon for a reasonable price. We stan. He looks amazing. So that is Make Star 2. And did they do a Make Star 3? They did do a Make Star 3. So that is all of Make Star. Let me go ahead and cross them out because I'm gonna lose my mind. So another idea that I've been pondering is to start a benefit binder, or specifically a benefit mini binder that would allow me to have, what I like to do is like 2 sets in 1 page. And for a benefits mini binder, I would put all of my benefits for the ones that I collect from different groups in that binder. So I'm not worried about the benefits taking so much spaces in my main binders. But that is another thought that I may or may not do. This bottom row, I will do a row for juyeon, and I will do like single companies, like a company that only had 1 benefit. So that would be EMC had 1. Music Korea had 1. My Music Taste had 1. Boom, there we go. So this is where I'm going to play around with the backs. This is the experimental part of the video. So I'm going to do the same over here. Juyeon had his single row here, and I will put Jaehyun down here. I know it's kind of dark here, so I apologize for that, but my stationary cabinet thing is blocking the sunlight, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. So let's do this page, the companies that had single PCs, only 1 PC. And I think that was Iwadong. And then here's the Juyeon equivalent. Music Spots, which I had never heard of that company before. And Dear My Muse. So let's work on this side. So I do have Jaehyun's Lucky Draw on the way. It was an international trade, so I'm going to have to kind of wait a while for it to be here, but that's okay. If Drama had 3 PCs this era, how dare they? Oh, by the way, for a majority of these benefits I purchased, I think for Thrill Ride, I only joined like 2 or 3 goes until I was absolutely sick and tired of it. But yeah, most of these I did purchase them probably for a cheaper price than if I had joined a go for every single one of them. So with Drama 3 is this one. This one, I think I have a dupe of that one somewhere. And Apple Music had 2 this era. And the first Apple Music, for some reason, was very difficult for a lot of people to find. But thankfully, like, I kind of knew that beforehand, because I think for the Chase Steeler era, I had a hard time looking for the Apple Music benefit. And so I joined the Go like immediately, and I had claimed 2 Jaehyun's because Juyeon was already claimed. So I did manage to trade one of the duplicate Jaehyun's for Juyeon. So bless, bless, bless the person who traded with me. So like I said before, these are the 2 type of PCs that are just like, are they really worth spending $15 to $20 on? Probably not. Probably not. I can live without these benefits. So that's what I'm waiting for, Maverick template benefits to come out so I can choose and decide which benefits I want to purchase and which ones I'm going to opt out of. Again, usually I'm very thorough the Boyz collector. This is what using the backs look like. I know it's kind of dark because of the lighting, so my apologies, but it's okay. We're living, we're thriving. So this is not a complete page, obviously, because I'm still waiting for my with drama like concept card for Jaehyun, and I think I'm okay with it looking like that. I think I'm okay with that, but I'll have to keep flipping through it to really gather my thoughts on it. So here are the last couple of benefits. We have the first ever line. This is Apple Music 2. This is the second ever line. Everline 1. Everline 2. Why do I have this extra PC here? Am I missing one? What is happening? This is the with drama 2, or is this my duplicate? Because I knew I had a duplicate, but I didn't know if I had put it away or not. I have not, so I don't know what's happening. Okay, hold on. Let me just do the Everline first. Okay, now wait, I figured it out. So I just have these extra spaces here, and I guess it's kind of fitting that the back just is an okay looking back. So this is the Apple Music 1, and I'll put it behind this one. And this is Apple Music 2, and I'll put it behind this one. Boom, there it is. All right, guys, so that is the Thrill Ride era. What a crazy, hectic era. We learned a lot, and we continue to grow for this era. For the album PCs, I am finished with the album PCs. I just need them on the way, and I didn't want to wait till I got them to film this video, but they are on the way. And I might actually do off camera what I did with my benefits, is using the backs for Thrill Ride, because the backs of the Thrill Ride are not that exciting either. So I might do that. I might, you know, have a cup of coffee, just sit here and chill and do that for my binder. So lesson learned, don't feel pressured to collect all the benefits. It's okay. Collect only what makes you feel good. If it doesn't make you feel good, don't collect it. Leave it alone. That is the lesson that we're slowly learning. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.
Have a good week.
Good night.
A great week. And remember, you are beautiful.